Hello, this is Liz with Craft to Devotion, and today we will be making this flower right here. This is my second try. I've been making flowers for my projects, so here are a few more. I'm making a rag wreath that's got this vintage flair with this dusty rose mauve color doilies, and my goal in this flower is to make the doilies come through, be the star of the show, and that's what this flower is. And I'm making the base in this video, and then I will make this part with the doilies in the next video. So this is a piece of chiffon. The chiffon is about 16 inches long and about 5 inches wide, and I want my flower to be around 4.5 inches, and I'm making it a little, I tear my fabric so you can see that it folds, so I do make it about 1 inch to a ½ inch larger than I want it to come out to. And this is a curtain fabric. I'm going to show you what I do. This is a flower combination that I came up with my own as a new crafter. When I was a new crafter, I began crafting around 2016, and I combined a few different types of flower making, and this is what I do. I take a ruler and I wrap this around it. Okay, and what I do is when you're wrapping this, you're trying to make sure that it's not going too tight. And I usually just line up at least one side. I usually don't line up both, but just one. And because sometimes the edges curl when I tear them. And then I take it off the ruler like that, and I line this up. Okay, the next step is when I do chiffon, many times I will fold it, and sometimes I'll actually attach I will be using a hairpin to make this flower. And if your fabric is sliding around and you're having trouble handling it, if you place the hairpin across it, it'll help you to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a petal. So this portion I'm cutting out is going to be the shape of a petal. Now I am cutting off all that extra bits that are folding up on my flower, and I usually tell you to make it the shape of your thumb. You know, it's got a shape to it, or you can change the shapes of these flowers. You can make them different shapes. And then after we do that, then I take it here, I go in here, and I cut the sides almost all the way down. You want about 1/4 inch left, so of fabric still left on there for this flower. Each flower you make, depending on what you want it to look like, you might make that different. So go ahead and do that. Okay, I open it up, and then I cut off any extras of the fabric. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off the last one, because usually the very last inside one is smaller and it's pretty frayed. So I come up with a lot of petals. The ruler I'm using, I think, is 1 inch this way, so you can use anything. It doesn't have to be a ruler. I use my fingers a lot of times, but I've come to like using the ruler, especially the wood one, because it doesn't slip and slide. And there are many petals in here. See all the petals? So if you want to use a candle, you might be able to seal some of the edges over the candle like this. Or I usually seal, I do more sealing after the fact. After I place it on, I use a safety pin. This is not a safety pin, a hairpin, or a bobby. We also call it a bobby pin. This one happens to be really large, and if you're going to make a lot of fabric, you want to use a large one. and all you do is come gather it. So you could possibly sew this if you don't mind, you enjoy sewing. But this I guess I'm not that much of a fan of sewing, although I do little bits of hand sewing and a little bit of machine sewing here and there. And here you go and you do that. When I first came up with this technique, it's a combination of, I don't know, I heard later on that a lot of bobby pin flowers used to be made. I don't know if they use it on fabric or if they just did it. I remember accordion folding paper like toilet paper for weddings. I remember that, but I don't remember using a bobby pin myself. And I learned later on that using a bobby pin is something. Oh, look what I did. Great. Okay, I had to gather that up again. But you gather it up, and then at this point is when sometimes I'll take it, and this is when I can possibly do a little more flame if you see one that you want to. So this one right here is folded up. I'll probably trim that right there off because I told you I tore it. So if you want, you can do more flame here with the candle, or you can do it later on, but I'm not going to do the whole thing for you. I just wanted to show you this is what I do. And after I place it on the pin, I'll be more careful and not let it go. Sometimes it will fall off like that if you let it go. Okay, then I'll take, this is a cotton string. This is a crochet type thread. It's a cotton one, and I use this a lot in my projects because I crochet too, so I have a lot of crochet thread around. And now I am going to place it around through the bobby pin hole there between, and then I place it around the flower, and so this will be wrapping the entire flower. Okay, there's some people who kind of don't get that. I'm wrapping it around the entire thing, and instead of the pin holding it together, it's going to be the string holding it together. I've also suggested that you can use other things to do this, but this is what I use. You can use a rubber band, maybe. Might be a little more difficult or maybe easier. I don't know. Depends on each person. And then I began to slide this out, and when I have it like about the middle, I snug it again, and then I take it and I hold it down as I'm sliding it out. Now it's out, and I still kind of hold it and I snug it up. So this is how I make my flowers. And I snug it, but not so snug that I can't move those petals around. Because sometimes when you're doing that, if you notice this one right here, look how short that is compared to the others. I'll pull that up, and that it happens to be the two end ones, and I'll pull those and make them even. So you can still pull them around. It actually ends up completely sealing once you put something in the center. You put any glue or anything like that. And that's how I make this. And then in the next video, it might not be this exact flower because I kind of was out of frame when I did the first one. But there you go. It's a very simple, beautiful flower. Now you can take this and you can layer like this one. I have it layered where I placed this flower underneath, and then I placed a doily on top, and then I put a gem on there. And or you can just have it just like that. How beautiful it looks with just a flower. And these are pretty big. Let me see how big this came out to be. Yep, about 4.5 inches. And it's going to shrink a little bit because I will be sealing the edges a little bit more off camera. And in the next video I will show you how I put together the doilies on it. Okay, I just decided to do it in 2 portions, so you'll see it all together in the next video. This is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I hope you enjoy my flower making and they inspire you to make your own.